welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do a quick tutorial on curling your hair. Now there's various types of ways, but for me there are two types of ways that I curl my hair. One of them, depending on how I want my hair to look. One of them is the curling wand, which is this right here. I have to be very careful because I already turned it on, but it's the curling wand. I have two different types. I have this one that's a little bit bigger. I believe that this is 1 inch to 1.5 inches, I want to say, and it is by Conair U-Curl. Okay, and it does get very hot. I don't know if you could see, but it goes up to 450 or 400, and you can also control the settings, so you can make it cooler or you can make it warmer. Okay, I like mine on 400 because I like my curl to hold, and it just depends. My hair is very curly, and so I have to blow it out straight. So generally if I'm blowing out my hair straight, it's kind of like I'm defeating the purpose because I'm confusing my hair because I'm blowing it out straight. So then it's like, well, do you want me straight or do you want me curly and wavy, or what is it? So I like having the highest heat, but you always want to protect your hair. We'll get into that in a second. The other iron that I have is also a Conair, kind of scratched off because it's pretty old, but it's also a Conair, and it is a curling iron. It's got, you know, the clamp on it, but it's a curling iron, and this one, it doesn't have really like a temperature setting, but it just says 30 on it, and you know, it goes from 1 to 30. You just have the on off button, and then right here is where you set where you want it, whether you want it on 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, or 30. Again, I like leaving mine on 30. Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick demo with each one of those, one on one side, one on the other, just so that you guys could see what the outcome is. And I also wanted to teach you guys a trick. That trick is that you can actually use, if you don't have a curling wand, you can actually use a curling iron as a curling wand. Okay, the only thing is that you just don't use this to hold on to your hair. So I'll do maybe like a few sections with this so that you guys can see what I mean. Let's get into now what you will need. I like using, when I'm doing my hair, using a curling wand. I like using a thermal glove, I guess you would call this. I got this at Sally's, super cheap. I would suggest buying two, because that way you could have, you know, you could use both, one on each hand, versus taking this off and then putting this on, because I like switching hands when I'm doing my hair. If I'm on this side, I like using my, you know, this hand to grab my hair. If I'm on this side, I like using this hand to grab my hair. So, but if you're the type of person that you only use one hand regardless of which side you're doing it on, then that's fine. You only need one glove. The other thing we're going to need is a brush. I use just my wet brush. Even if my hair is dry, I use my wet brush. This is a great brush for detangling your hair, whether it's wet or dry. The bristles are super flexible, so that keeps your hair from breaking off when you're brushing it. So I recommend this highly. The next thing we need would be a thermal protectant. This you're going to spray on your hair on each strand before you curl your hair, and this is going to protect it from the heat. Okay, this is going to protect and help your hair to not have as many split ends as you would have if you didn't use it. It's not going to protect it 100%. I'm not saying that using this is going to make your hair be beautiful forever and ever if you use this every single day. The other thing that you're going to need, this is optional, is hairspray. I at times do not use hairspray. It just depends. If I'm going to an event that I know that I want my hair to last all night, then I'll use a hairspray. But if I'm curling my hair in the morning and it's for work and I really don't care if it lasts or not, you know, if the curls fall out a little bit, then I won't use hairspray. I don't love using hairspray on my hair all the time because I feel like it really dries out your hair. But I have two different hairsprays that I like using. One of them is a light hold, and it's this one by Bumble Bumble. It's called the Classic Hairspray. It's very light, and it's the type of hairspray that when you spray in your hair, it's very manageable. You know, you can touch your hair and you can manage. It's not one of those that when you spray it, your hair's automatically and instantly just stiff and you can't touch it, or it's, you know, wet and you can't touch it. So I love this spray. The other spray, this is a heavy duty spray. It is a lot stronger. I like using this actually on my clients when I do their hair, but I do use it on myself as well sometimes. This one is extra strong hold, and it does have a UV filter. So it's gonna, you know, kind of protect your hair, kind of like a sunscreen for your hair. But it's the L'Oreal Paris Elnet Satin. So that's that, and it is, like I said, the UV filter, and it's extra strong. The other thing you're gonna need is a hair clip. Now, I absolutely love these clips. I love them, whether I'm using them on a client or whether I'm using them on myself. I love them. They really grab onto the hair, and it doesn't slide, whether your hair is thick, medium, or fine. It holds on to the hair, and it doesn't matter how you clip it. For example, I just put it in there, and I could do this all day. I could shake my head. It's still in there. Look crazy. It's not coming out, okay? So I would recommend going to Sally's and buying these clips. I think that's the cheapest place where you can find it. So let's get into the tutorial. Now, what I like doing is parting my hair the way that I'm going to have it parted when I am completely done. And in that case, I like parting it down the middle. My hair goes every which way once I'm done styling it. You know, sometimes I do it this way, sometimes I pull it this way. But when I am curling it with an iron, with a curling iron or a wand, I like parting it in the middle. Excuse my roots, they're crazy dark right now, but I'm going to get them touched up soon. But I almost look like I have an ombre thing kind of going, right? All right, so what I like doing, right now I'm going to show you one side with one side with the other, but what I like doing when I'm curling my hair is literally parting it straight down the middle to the back. Okay? Hope you guys could see that. So that's what I like doing. Then I just section it as so. Doesn't really matter how thick the section is, but I just section it like that. Okay, so I want to show you now quickly. I'm going to put on my glove. So I'm going to take my hair. Right now I could probably just split this up into 2 sections. Okay, and for the purpose of the video, I'm going to curl the front section so that you guys can see how this is going to look. But in real life, what I do is I section it and I do the back part first, and then I throw it back. Okay, because that one's going to be done. But for the purpose of the video, we're going to do this one first. And we're going to start with the curling wand, okay? So if I'm curling this side, I like using this hand, the opposite hand, okay, to use the opposite hand on the opposite side to use the curling wand, and the hand that's on the same side where the hair is to hold on to the hair. Now, what you want to do is point the curling wand down and start wrapping your hair around it. Now you want to wrap it all the way to the end. Let me get a little closer. Okay, and this is why these thermal gloves are so awesome, because literally my hand right now, my thumb is touching the wand and I don't feel a thing, so it's awesome. So I like to hold it for maybe 10 to 15 seconds. Again, it all depends, but in this case, I'll just chit chat and da 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 da. There we go. I have a wave, okay? So this isn't a curl. This is a wave. And I don't like touching it, running my fingers through it until I'm done doing my whole entire head, okay? Because I like for it to set. Now, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna do my other side with, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to section it. In real life, I would do the back first, so that's what I would suggest, but for the purpose of this video, I'm doing the front so you guys can see what the curls look like. So, in this case, I'm going to point the curling iron upwards. I'm going to hold my hand with the opposite. So this is going to be the opposite of what we did with the curling wand, okay? I'm going to hold the curling iron with the hand that's on the same side as the hair I'm doing, and I'm going to hold my hair with the opposite hand, okay? Now, what I like doing is starting at the top, clamping it, right? Then I press on this a little bit, and I turn and go up. I press with my thumb a little bit, pull, turn. Then I press again with my thumb, and I turn, and I make sure that the end of my hair is right at the end of where the clamp begins, okay? So you want to hold that there, again, for a few seconds. Don't hold it for longer than 15 because you don't want to burn your hair off, okay? And then we release. So see, this is going to give you a curl. So I wanted you guys to see the difference between the curling wand that gives you more of a wave and the curling iron that gives you more of a curl, okay? One thing I did forget to do is spray the protectant spray. So I'll do this next section of the wand and I'll spray that spray so you can see how you're supposed to spray the heat protectant spray. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my whole entire head and come back with one curled with a curling iron and one curled with the curly wand so that you guys can see the whole entire head, what it looks like. So really quickly, let's go ahead and you want to spray at about, I would say maybe 12 inches away. Okay, just spray a few sprays all the way to the bottom. So now I'm gonna do my whole head and I will be right back so that you guys can see the outcome. Okay, so I'm almost done, but I wanted to leave these two pieces out because I wanted to mention something on either side. Okay, I wanted to mention that I didn't mention in the beginning when we started that make sure that when you're curling it, you're curling it backward. Okay, so away from your face. If you have a curling iron at home and you don't want to invest in getting a curling wand at the moment, you can go ahead and use a curling iron. So here's a curling iron that I used to curl this side. And all you simply do is the same thing, but instead of using the clamp and instead of doing it, holding it up like this, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna turn it down like this as if it were a curling wand, and you're simply going to wrap your hair around it like you wrapped your hair around the curling wand. Now this curling iron is different. The barrel is the same length from the beginning to the end, okay? But it doesn't matter because my curling wand is different. It's thinner at the end than it is in the beginning. But it doesn't matter. You're still going to get the same look. And as you can see, it gives me the same wave, okay? Now, I left this last piece here on the side that's been done with the curling iron so that I can show you as well to go ahead and curl away from the face, okay? So see how I'm doing away from the face? Now, let me show you what you're not supposed to do. Don't take it and go this way towards your face. You don't want to do that. You want to go away from the face. So you're going to clamp it, you're going to start curling, then you're going to press down, pull it out a little bit, curl, press down, pull it out a little bit, and curl until you see that the end of your hair, okay, see that? The little end of the tip of my hair, until that's right on the edge of the curling iron clamp and the iron. And then you're going to let go. Okay? So, there you are. Now I look a little crazy, I look like Curly Sue, but this is the part where you're going to go ahead and run your fingers through your hair. Okay, and you're going to comb it or run your fingers through your hair so that you can position it the way you want. And then you would spray it so that it stays a little bit, okay, so that it holds. So there you go. This is the side with the curling wand. It gives you more of a wave, and the curling iron gives you waves, or curls I should say, but it doesn't give you as much volume, okay? As you can see, this is more va-va-voom. This is more just, you know, I did something to my hair. I wanted a little bit of body or movement or some type of wave in it, okay? So thank you for watching. Stay tuned because I'm actually going to do this makeup look that I have on. Stay tuned for more, lots more. And if you have any comments, any suggestions, please make sure to leave them in the comment bar. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and to subscribe to my channel, and to share with your friends. Sharing is caring, right? I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much again.